Troops, what's happening? Rab here, or Rescue, if you know me as that. And what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be doing some tutorial videos. Like, I get a lot of messages off people asking me, Rab, how do you do this? How do you do that? So on and so forth. And I like telling people, but see, rather than just telling people in DMs, I'd be as well just doing tutorial videos and just getting it to the evil studio boys just to put up. So the first one that I'm going to do is, I get asked about my drums a lot, see, like my cymbals and my percussion and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to run through how I get my drums to sound the way that I want them to sound. I'm doing this in Ableton, right? But you can do it in Fruity Loops, you can do it in Cubase, you can do it in Bitwig, you can do it in the Game Boy. It's all going to come out the same. It doesn't matter what you use. It just matters how good you are at using it, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to add a drum rack onto my MIDI channel, and then I'm going to highlight 16 bars. I'm going to press Control Shift and M, and that will make a MIDI clip. But we need to make our drums gold. There's no other acceptable colour for drums other than gold. And then I'm going to add a kick drum in. So this down here, this is just like where you drop your sounds. You drop your sound onto a pad. So I'm going to drop in the OG 185 kick. 120 BPM is just not enough. I'm going to put that to 150. If you're using Ableton, never keep this on one shot. Put it to classic and then bring your release down, because if it's on one shot, every time you trigger a MIDI note, it'll play the full sample, and then you're going to have your kick drum lingering when your bass is playing, and it's just going to sound like a big mushy mess in the low end. So classic, release down, don't have it too short because it'll click. And then I'm going to go into my MIDI clip, put that to narrow, and then this is going to give me a quarter note. It is an adaptive grid, so when I zoom in, the segments will get smaller. So I'm putting a kick on every quarter note, and then I'm zooming in and making it last a half note or half a beat, because we don't want our kick to overlap our bass line again. Then if I double click on this, and then I rename this kick, and if I click this button here, it'll show me all the channels that's going to be in my drum rack, right? Next thing I like to do is, I like to put a scope on, an oscilloscope, and I like to look at it, because it's important to use your ears, but it's also important to use your eyes. So I'm going to play it, put this to transient mode. Right, and what you're looking for is, you want the start of your kick to be louder than the body of your kick, because that's what gives your drum smack. I mean, don't go too far, don't be doing this, but that right there's a nice shape for me. But see, if I zoom right in, see that? I want to add a wee transient designer. Make sure you put it on before the scope. And if I put this to fast, look at that, just like magic. It gives your kick more tone, like. I mean, it's subtle, but getting a good finished product of a track is like, it's like thousands of subtle moves. There is no one big big button that you can press. I wish there fucking was. Right, anyway. Now I'll find a ride sample that I like. See, they're highlighted, favorited. So I know I've got. Oh, that's tidy. So I'm going to drop that right here. And then I'm literally just going to copy the kick down. You see how that's playing the full note? We don't want that. So the full note, you see how it's playing the full sample? So we'll put it to classic and we'll bring my release down. And now it'll be. But I mean, I do like it to last longer, but it cannot overhang the next beat. That's quite nice. But what we do is kick goes to -6. There we go, that was some fast math there. Fuck me, man. Keep pressing Windows. I'm going to rename that to Ride because that's my Ride sample. I'm going to bring this up. I like to pan my rides a wee bit. Right, nice. Time for an open hi-hat. That's not too bad. The reason that I like to use a drum rack is because, right, what I'm going to do is, just for the sake of being quick, I'm going to copy all these kick notes and put them off beat. But I like to shorten my hi-hats, you know. But it's not going to shorten because it's on one-shot mode. Let's rename that to O-hat. For fuck's sake. Rename that to O-hat. I mean, it's alright, but it's no good. Basically, what you're listening for is something to complement that ride. Oh! Oh! I like that. Right. And so, the ride, we play with the decay and the sustain. And until it sounds nice, basically. Right, time for a clap. So I'm just going to drop in my favourite. Fuck you, man. I'm just going to drop in my favourite clap. That one, probably everybody's favourite clap for 185 style. Going to rename it clap. Put it to classic. Go back into my MIDI clip. Do that. All we're doing here is putting it on every second beat. Duplicate them across. But do it better than that because I'm shite, obviously. So I like to pan my ride in my open hat. Some people like to pan the clap. Sometimes I will pan the clap, but see if I pan the clap, I'll keep the open hat down the middle and I'll pan the left. I'll pan the ride one way and the clap the other way. It kinda separates them a bit. going to leave that like that for now. And then I'll just grab a closed hat and I'll drop it onto 2 different pads. Bring them down. C hat. C hat R. That should be C hat L for left. We'll pan one of them. 12 left. And one. What is this, a joke? There we go. One of them 12 left and one of them 12 right. And we'll just. This is literally my favourite pattern to make. And it's like the most simple. See that? It sounds shit until you turn them down, right? So apparently that closed tie hat's already panned. So that'll do. And then I'm not really happy with the sound of that, so I'll maybe change them. That's nice. And then what you can do as well is you can throw a loop on. I'll put that in. I'll stretch it to 1 bar. This might not work because I think this loops at 175. We'll draw it in. Right, that loop is getting stretched for 175, so nah. So I'll just search for, say, hat loop. Sub-Zero hat loop. We'll try that then. There we go. That's literally it. Oh, wait a minute, I crash. That's quite nice. I like to put that up there. So it's above the kick, don't ask me why. That is solid drums. That works at 150 BPM. It works at 170. It doesn't work at 999 though. It works at 175. The only thing is, you're going to play with your decays and stuff, and they'll probably be a wee bit different with the different tempos, you know what I mean? I'll keep this at 175 because I'm about to make a hardcore tune. Right, I'll show you how I EQ them quickly, right? EQ 8. See, cymbals, I mean, some people say, oh, do it be here. Bro, it's a fucking cymbal, who gives a fuck? Just take 400 off the bottom, you know what I mean, and it's fine. The ride, same. Hi-hat, same. The clap, I won't take... I'll look for the kinda... See this peak here? That's kinda like the fundamentals, so... I'll just kinda cut under that. That sounds good to me. Couple of these hats, just copy that here with 400 off the bottom. Now this loop, to me, this loop sounds a wee bit more percussion-y, so I'm not going to cut 400 off of that. Well, I mean, it's already been cut after about there anyway, so fuck it, it sounds good anyway, doesn't it? There you go, that's literally it. That is drums done. I mean, you can add like a decapitator on, which can be really nice, but it can also destroy the fuck out of it. If I put a decapitator, this is on the drum bus, this is on all the drums together. If I do it, then it's only keep that under 7. Keep that under 7, have it on E, and then just mix the dry in with the wet. Or if you want to be a maniac, leave it 100% wet. That'll just make your drums pop a wee bit more. But then what you need to do is, what I do is also lower my kick. And so, there's a volume difference there. .532, so what do I need to take that down by? Is that 68 minus 0.68? Because I want that to be at 6. Nice. Oh, another thing that I nearly forgot about, which is important. I always put a shaper box on my kick. This is really important. And then go to a quarter note. Select it to be triggered by audio. And if you click that, it will snap to the grid. And just do that. Because you see that wee tiny bit there that's gone by there? See this line? This is half a beat. You see that wee tiny bit that's gone by there? That's going to be sitting on top of your bass. And you don't want that. You want a clear definition between your kick and your bass. Sometimes I'll have it like that. Sometimes I'll have it like that. Sometimes I'll even, depending on the kick. Aye, anyway, I hope you have found some value out of this. And drop it in the comments if you want to know what to do next. I enjoy doing it, so aye, let me know. And let me know if you need subtitles and all. Right, I'm out. Ciao.